You found the house. Now, how do you make sure you actually get it?
She's your guide through it all. Ask Amy, ask away. Real estate made easy every day. Ask Amy, here to say the home of your dreams is just a chat away.
Welcome back to Ask Amy. I'm Amy Pecoraro, Realtor, 4th generation Lombardian, and I know this area inside and out. Today we're going to hear from David, who needs help making an offer.
Amy, David from Lisle. My wife and I just found a house we really love in Wheaton, and we're ready to make an offer, but the market still feels competitive. What does a strong offer look like right now in DuPage County? Should we be doing an escalation clause, waiving any contingencies, or increasing earnest money? And how do we do it without risking too much?
Let's start with how much do you like the house? That's the biggest question. Obviously, every house is going to be different. Buyers will ask me, well, what do you think? How much more do you think I should offer? And the bottom line is you have to know, is this the perfect house for us? And if it is, you're going to be more likely to spend a little more than if it's like, it's not quite right. My suggestion, if it's the perfect house in the perfect condition, in the perfect location for you, and it has all the amenities you're looking for, be aggressive. So what does aggressive mean? Price, you need to go as high as possible. Up to 15% over list price is what I'm seeing. Does that mean you have to pay 15% higher? No, I'm saying up to that is what's going to win that listing. I don't know what that magic number is. Every house is going to be different. But if it is the hidden gem, it's the perfect house, you're not the only one thinking it is. So you need to be aggressive. So how bad do you want the house? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Number 2 is earnest money. Make sure that you go in with a good chunk of earnest money. That's important because it doesn't cost you any money, but it's showing the seller you love the home and you're willing to put up extra money for it. Financing, that's important. Be as financially secure as you can. Get pre-approved, have as much down as you possibly can. If you can go cash, great. Not everybody can. I would say the majority of people are not cash, but as much down payment as possible. As is, buy the home as is. And again, this is not for everybody, okay? If you're not handy, as is might scare you. But if you know somebody handy or have the home inspection, go through all those things, but buy it as is because everybody else is probably going to do that. As far as a home inspection, the 8.0 contract has home inspection with or without request. I always want you to do a home inspection as a buyer. I always educate my sellers to allow buyers to have home inspections. Why? Because I don't want my seller to be liable and I don't want to be liable. So do a home inspection, but mark no request. If it has more things wrong with it, you can always back out of the contract. You've got 5 business days to do so. But this way, you know what's wrong with it and you feel comfortable with it. If you do as is with no inspection, well, then you don't know. Now you move in and something goes wrong. The escalation clauses. You can go in with an escalation clause if you have the funds to do so. So make sure if you put in an escalation clause, you're financially prepared to do that and that you submit proof of that when you submit your offer. So if it's not the perfect home, if you decide, okay, this one will work for us and we want to write an offer, put an offer out there. It doesn't necessarily have to be then the highest because you're just trying to put an offer out there and see what happens, then just go for it. Honestly, I can't even tell you. There's no rhyme or reason for the numbers that are out there today. I have a listing that went 15% over. I have more than one listing that went 15% over. I have written offers for buyers at 15% over and up to 15% over. It just depends on each buyer or you are going to have a different feeling about each house. When you find the perfect one, you're going to know it and you're going to be willing to pay for it. And so where do I think the market is going this season? I don't think anything is going to change anytime soon. I don't have a crystal ball. I really wish I did. I'd be rich. But I can say that we have such a lack of inventory right now and so many buyers for each one of these listings that are coming on. My suggestion is go out, go strong. And if you can't, or you're saying, I'm not paying list price, or I want to negotiate, you probably should just get out of the market for a year or so. Wait until the market changes, when it's more your kind of market. Because right now, the market we're in, pretty much every home in this area, if it's nice, well kept, And in move-in condition, it's selling over list price. So David, I wish you the best of luck. If you have a question you'd like answered on the show, go to call.show/askamy or leave a question in the comments.